Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travis P11, and you're probably wondering why there is a half assembled or disassembled AR-15 sitting in man cave number 3, also known as the dining room in my home. I was sitting there driving back from a trip to from Cabela's, and I was sitting there thinking about things I could do to this gun. And one of the reasons why I bought such an inexpensive truck gun, okay, this Bear Creek Arsenal AR-15, is because I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it. And the nice thing about it is I've had it for, I don't even know, maybe 6 months now. And really the only things I've added to it are an inexpensive imitation Bushnell red dot sight up on the top, which I purchased myself from wish.com, as well as the Magpul flip-up rear iron sight. I didn't want to compromise with quality on the flip-up rear iron sight. I wanted something that's going to be battle-tested, that's going to work if it would need to, something that's going to work, in the worst conditions. I wasn't quite so concerned about the red dot sight, but I will eventually be moving that out and putting on a Vortex, Strikefire 2, I think is what I want to go with. So anyway, I do have a Safe Queen for an AR-15. It was one of the earliest videos that I ever did. I have a Civilian Force Arms Xena Gen 1. Now I know it's only about an $800 AR, but I mean it's a really nice AR. It's something I don't like to take out all the time. I basically bought the Bear Creek to be my kind of go-to truck gun, quick grab, home defense, burn a lot of rounds through it with some steel case ammo, learn how to shoot AR-15, okay? But the thing is, the Safe Queen sits down there, and there are some parts on that Safe Queen, on that Civilian Force Arms AR, that I'm just going to go ahead and move on over to the Bear Creek. Because the Bear Creek is the go-to gun, that should have the prime parts on it in case I need to use it, right? That's the whole point. As you can tell, I haven't modified the handguard in the stock because, in my opinion, they work just fine. There's really no reason to do anything to them. So let's go ahead and draw your attention down here down below. And we've got two different charging handles. Okay, now the Bear Creek Arsenal is just kind of a bare bones M4 style AR-15, no big deal. It comes with your standard, I guess you could call it mil-spec charging handle that just has the single, I don't know if I can get that in focus, little pull button on the left-hand side here that you use to charge the firearm. Nothing fancy. It's a tried and true design that'll get the job done if you need it to. It's not bad, but one thing I noticed about this is when I take this gun out, I really do have to think or focus to grab this part of the charging handle when I want to use the firearm, which is fine. Okay, it's great. But I also have something else that I decided to go ahead and throw onto the Bear Creek that's been sitting on the Safe Queen. Now, before I show it off, you probably already saw it. The Civilian Force Arms firearm did come with a standard charging handle too, which was kind of a disappointment. I was hoping that they would have put something a little bit, maybe higher quality on it. It's fine as is, but maybe something a little bit more hopped up, so to speak. But that's the thing about Civilian Force Arms. You can pretty much customize that gun and tailor it like a car with upgrade parts, okay? Bull Carrier Group's just sitting out because it's just sitting out. We can maybe take a look at that though, because I put over 500 rounds through the Bear Creek, and let's just see what kind of wear and tear we got. But anyway, I've decided to go ahead and drop this in. This is my BCM Gunfighter ambidextrous charging handle. Okay, now these run about $75, so that's going to be one of the cons, is you do drop a pretty penny on it, but you are getting the engineering on this is fantastic. You're getting high quality build and parts. I mean, you're getting something that has 2 roll pins on it, not just one. You've got the ambidextrous aspect. If you get injured, you'd only have one arm to charge it. It wouldn't be too awkward charging the firearm. You have increased purchase area on the back here to grip. Really, there's nothing but advantages by switching over to a charging handle like this, other than the cost. It took me a while to buy one of these. I've had an AR for only about probably 5 or 6 years now. I didn't actually buy one of these until just last year. But it is compatible with the Bear Creek AR, because the Bear Creek AR is your standard issue, mil-spec. For the most part, AR-15. I say for the most part because Bear Creek uses commercial buffer tubes, but not a big deal. So anyway, the BCM Gunfighter charging handle, these are definitely worth the investment. They do make it much easier to use, much more robust design on the back. They have a little more weight to them. Only real caveat, aside from the price, I would have to say is going to be the fact that you might snag it more often if you carry this firearm over your shoulder. The fact that this could possibly, grab something when you're grabbing your firearm, it could snag on something. But I don't know, the trade-offs, for me, just to have it in that home defense gun, something where it may need to be, charged quickly and, just done in a way that it's going to work. There's really definitely nothing wrong with upgrading your parts. So, yeah. So anyway, I decided to go and slap that on there. I'm not really going to do much else to it right now. somebody did say, hey, why don't you do a UTG build on your Bear Creek AR? You know, maybe slap some UTG parts on there. And I'm looking at that. They do have kind of a cool mil-spec buffer tube combo that you can buy that comes with the stock also. And I might just take off the commercial spec and just, you know, nice thing about the AR parts is you can just let them sit around for a while. It's really no big deal. So I might just do that. And that buffer tube comes with a spring and also the buffer weight, whatever you call it. And I think it's like 65 bucks, so it's really not that bad. But I'm trying to not go crazy on this one like I did on my DPMS, where I basically changed everything out on it within the first week of ownership. Okay, so bull carrier group on the Bear Creek AR. Let's maybe focus in on this a little. I do apologize, this camera is really a pain to get it to focus on close-ups. We have a little bit of wear right here. This is 500 rounds of use, okay? It's not bad, really not showing a lot. A little bit of wear underneath. Other side here. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's not bad. The gas staking is okay. It's holding in there. It's not really, doesn't have any real major wear marks on, just a little bit of wear finish up on the top surface here. Inside is perfect. So this is, you know, over 500 rounds worth of use on it, and the finish is holding up just fine. I mean, the finish on this I would say is comparable to the Civilian Force Arms gun. It's just, there's a few parts on the Xena that are just maybe a little bit higher quality. You know, the gun feels a little more solid, but this, I mean, compared to my DPMS, not to rip on the Oracle, it's a great first AR, but Bear Creek, in my opinion, makes maybe a more solid AR-15. One thing about this, I would love to torture test this. So Bear Creek or Classic Firearms, if you guys would like to send me a tester, AR-15, I'd be more than happy to go through my FFL and buy 1,000 rounds and run 1,000 rounds through it quickly just to see what happens, to see how it holds up. I've not had any issues at all. No light primer strikes. I've had no failure to feed, no failure to extract, no problems at all in over 500 rounds, which is not a lot. I mean, there's guys that put that much through in one range session, but again, I'm just your average dude. You know, I don't burn 1,000 rounds a month or anything like that. I want a gun that I know is going to work, and this does the job. And I think that the Gunfighter charging handle is definitely going to give me a little more flexibility in the use of this firearm. So yeah, now I've got an extra charging handle sitting around. Eventually I have enough parts where I can just buy myself a lower and an upper and put everything on it and have another go-to rifle. So anyway, guys, I'll be bringing you some more videos here on the Marlin 3030. I'm going to try to get out to the range. Maybe Friday I'll get out there in the morning because it's supposed to be nice weather out here. I've got 4 different kinds of ammo that I want to run through it, and I want to see what kind of accuracy testing I can pull off with that. We're going to bench it, do like some 5-shot groups. I'm going to sight in that Marlin. It's a Marlin 336, by the way. I'm going to sight that in with the Remington Core-Lokt 170 grain ammo. I kind of see that as a benchmark ammo, as an okay ammo that's going to give me decent accuracy enough that I could test other types of ammo through without having to make too many sight adjustments. I don't know. I've just read that the micro groove barrel, and what watchers have told me in my videos is that the micro groove barrel works best with, you know, sub 2,000 feet per second ammo that weighs in at around 170 grains for your bullet. So anyway, enough babbling on that. But anyway, Bear Creek Arsenal AR-15. I bought mine for 500 bucks. I think I paid $4.99 from Classic Firearms. Yeah. They might sometimes, you know, kind of fluctuate between $4.99 and $5.49, but either way, you really can't go wrong. Stepdad bought one. He absolutely loves it. He's put quite a few rounds through his now too, and yeah, we're having great luck with it. So thanks for watching the channel, guys. Please like or subscribe. You can check me out over on Twitter and Instagram. I'm also trying to jump in on some of those gunchannels.com podcasts. You can find me over on gunchannels.com with the Ordinary Average Guy Gun Channel. So again, what was in this video? Quick little review. The BCM Gunfighter charging handle. It works just fine with the Bear Creek Arsenal AR. It's awesome. It's going to definitely make it a lot more flexible and easier to use in an emergency situation, which was pretty much the whole point behind buying this particular, I don't want to call it a beater, but just your truck gun, just your kind of your go-to fun play around with AR-15. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have fun, be safe, have a great holiday. I'll try to get you that video on the lever action Friday if I can. I do need to do a quick little video on taking it apart and cleaning it because I have no idea what we're going to discover inside the receiver or the barrel. So we'll do that in real time. But anyway, you guys take care, all right, and we will talk to you soon. Goodbye.